Mm, hi. I'm being picky over petty shit. Hold on. Give me a sec. I'm like being a problem, so I apologize. Like, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm just born to be a problem. You can hear the music for a video game, which should be a giveaway, but there might be something on our agenda. I need to apparently, like, oops, go to settings. It has unified the settings between devices, and this is a mistake. But oh well. I've done weirder, so I guess who cares? Whatever. Lol. Boosh, I need to make it not full screen. Borderless window would be nice. Yeah. Okay, the capture will fix itself soon. Okay. Hold on. Borderless windowed. There we go, my dude. That is how we win. Oop. That. Now that's what I'm talking about. Nonsense. Okay, so y'all know, with some degree of unnecessary regularity, I try to start our stream being silly fucking geese and just chillin' for a minute. So, oops. Oops, I did it again. I fucked up your world. And I'm not gonna fucking stop. Yo, brother, what? Okay, wait, I need to like look at the internet making a goddamn motherfucking fool of itself. But like, there's other shit that I'd like to do, you know? Oh, yo, no, there's that. Okay.
You know, 8 years ago,
I'll put this here.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with
I'll put that there.
opinion was the Sam High drama.
I'll put that there. And I'd say we can like start the stream being silly geese together with this. Oh, hi, I have no browser. No, I do. Blast. Alright, cool beans. Because I have to like
with you guys because
be
you
a
guys
shithead.
always keep it 100 with me. I did not
I have
expect
noodles.
for
I have to
this
eat.
person, this lovely person you're seeing on screen right now, to keep getting dumber. And that's surprising. I thought she would have learned from her past mistakes, and I'm a pretty forgiving person, believe it or
Hi.
not. I know that we're not perfect, right?
People aren't like no, people make choices. Like she chose herself to where she is now, by the way.
We've all made
There's
dumb
no like yup.
videos before. We've all had bad takes before. It's
We've all
about
made
how you bounce
choices.
back. This has been my mentality forever. It's all about the comeback. It's all about how you return or react to it, right? And this person right here has messed up an infinite amount of
react
times,
to a
yet
lot.
she keeps digging herself a bigger and bigger and bigger. Try to say bigger 4 times in a row super fast as you can. If you don't know who this person is, this is Denims. And she's a Twitch streamer. She has about 100,000 followers on Twitch. And yes, she belongs to the Hassan Piker community, right next to legends like Frogan, Bad
I ruined
Empanada,
it. I'm
Noah
disgusting.
Samsung, and a bunch of other retards. This is the gang, right? These are like the retarded Avengers. And like I said, she just keeps making everything worse. Yesterday, I made
I'm being the pinnacle of a Twitch streamer right now. It looks like I'm like uncaringly just like reacting to this while like eating noodles and dropping them on my person. But like, okay, check it. Yes. But really though, you're fucking right. No, I'm just like sitting here like waiting for I'm getting like hit with jabs, right? It's like I'm getting stood up for the hook. I know that she's done some ignorant shit, okay? Maybe she chose to do an unsafe thing. That wouldn't be the first time. What the fuck is it though? I gotta fucking know.
this video, you're effing pathetic, where I talk about Denim suing Ethan, and I put that video out. I like it. I think it's a banger. You guys seem to enjoy it. Then she goes live on Twitch, and on top of that, she puts out a statement about the lawsuit, and then Ethan responded to it. We're gonna get into everything, but before we do that, if you end up enjoying this video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's hope this video doesn't get demonetized.
I physically can't enjoy things. I enjoy a lot of shit.
And let's just get right into it. So Denims tweeted this a few hours ago. Ethan Klein, retract, or you may want to replace your lawyer who can't do shit. Despite publicly acknowledging that I have never endorsed and even denounced calling CPS on Ethan, he has continued to spread this malicious lie. We should hold influential creators like this to the same standard we hold anyone else. Would you apply the same logic if this was one of your friends, like Hassan, the guy who legitimately had a terrorist on his show? Would you, Denims, hold him?
I mean, what is she saying precisely? Okay. Or you may want to replace your lawyer. Acknowledging that I never... Okay. To spread what malicious lie? Like, what is she trying to frame as the lie? Like, she's saying that there is a malicious lie. Oh, there's a clip? No, it's a GoFundMe. Okay, so what the fuck is she saying that he said to defame her? I get that that's, like, strategy for her, like, case, and she shouldn't tell us, but, like, is this about to be Billy Carl too?
Friends like Hassan, the guy who
Bruh.
legitimately had a terrorist on his show. Would you, Denims, hold him to that same standard? I doubt it, but I'm going to do my part. If Ethan doesn't retract his lies about me, I will look into legal avenues to convince him that he should have. Now, I gotta give it to her. This is brave and stunning. I'm literally crying tears of joy because of how brave this is.
Do it. Pop off, bruh. Go hard, King. Have fun, little man. I can't wait to watch.
I'm crying. She's my queen. Like I said yesterday, I talked about this very briefly. The lawsuit, right, against Ethan. So this guy gets CPS called on him, months of harassment, bull.
No, she's very little lion man through the whole thing. Her chest is all puffed out. And it's gonna go down. It's going down like Donkey Kong.
Doxing human skulls.
Getting it on
Ethan
like
gets
Donkey
put
Kong.
through the ringer. Everyone's going after him, right? And on top of that, they want to sue him. Like, do you know how insane that is? Now, I'm not saying you have to love Ethan, but I mean, when he's getting bullied and pushed around by everyone, it's like, yeah, I do feel bad for him. It's sad that everyone's just attacking him and now suing him and then asking for $150,000 when I'm sure she could pay for this herself. Now, two things will happen here. Either A, the lawsuit never happens. B, she's going to steal all of this money and just pocket it like Keffels did. Or actually, let me give you another option. C, she sues Ethan, right? Ethan is a lot more successful, a lot more money. Do you think he's not going to fight back against this ridiculous lawsuit?
Okay,
now, like I said, Ethan did respond, and this is what he had to say regarding this very scary lawsuit that I'm sure is keeping Ethan up at night.
Denims, don't sue me, Denims. Please. Please don't take the first legal action. What's that have to do with anything?
For clips.
Denims is a giant turd-eating monster who...
But only when she's eating turds for clips? Is this what the premise is? I'm not saying anything. I'm just watching these litigious people duke it out. And I wish people... Oh, yeah, no, Ethan has Tourette's. We need to stop, like, letting people get away with saying he's on drugs. It's wickedly inappropriate, bro.
So life,
noodles,
financially
so
speaking,
I'm winning,
I'm going to probably not ruin, but I do want to put her in some. I do want to. I would like to put her into some financial.
Declaring bankruptcy.
Why don't you just chill?
No, what's the proper verbiage on this?
Leave her broke and
give her the Johnny Somali. Send her to the cabbage fields.
Begging for money in downtown LA. I'll say for Ethan.
Shithead.
And do I blame him? No. If I was Ethan and I had his money, you bet your ass I would be smiling from ear to ear knowing I'm getting sued and I'm going to absolutely destroy this dumb bitch. Leave her broke. She's probably gonna have to go back to OnlyFans after this. She's playing with fire and I do think it's gonna backfire. No pun intended. What can I say? Whenever I talk, I'm just like fucking rapping. I got bars for days. If this whole YouTube thing ends up crashing and burning, I'm just gonna become a rapper. But I digress. Why is Denims doing this? In all seriousness, resources. This is such a waste of money, resources, and time. Denims, you're going to lose. As a content creator and as a person overall, you gotta know when to pick and choose your battles, but this one is just not.
Okay. As a content creator, I then thoroughly pick every goddamn battle from here till the fucking end.
It truly does
I
blow my
just-
mind how no
no.
one told you this was a bad idea.
I will be
It's a
good
little
on that.
concerning that it's made $26,000. Once again, this could have gone to one of their very important causes that Hassan and Denims and Frogan and all these
Hassan.
fucking idiots are into. They're always saying support Palestine, right? Donate to Palestine. And I said this on my last video as well. Couldn't this 150
I am not the biggest fan of how Unreal Games like do their modular nonsense and config at the moment. I think if you give me 5 weeks with this, I'll be like the biggest fan.
$50,000
Like,
go
dude,
towards Palestine
bruh.
and help them out, give them
Bruh.
food, give them clothes, give them, I don't know, help
Bruh.
out. Instead, you decide to sue a YouTuber because he said
A YouTuber that came with like actual shit in hand, and the only thing that she has said has been like misrepresented so far. So my understanding is her going off and saying that fucking shit, bro. Her going off and saying that fucking golly, the chat was edited and that it was deceptive for someone to see like the not organically behaving Twitch chat covering up everything. Okay, cool.
true stuff about you, and you
That's
don't
cute.
think you're gonna get
So
fucking
that's all I have
destroyed in
so far.
court? What are we doing here? This
I don't
is
know
money that
anything
could have gone
else.
towards kids. This is money that could have gone towards family. But no, we're out here having a fucking dig measuring contest because
Dick
we
measuring.
can. How do people support this? Yeah, these same people are like, donate to Palestine, yet they're donating to one of the stupidest fucking GoFundMe of all time.
Okay,
People,
cool, hold
anyone
on.
that donated here, if you have money to burn, if you want to waste your money, just send it to me. I'll gladly take your money. I hope she doesn't steal this money or pockets it. Would I be surprised if
I mean, if she pockets it, it would be kind of funny. It would
nothing
not be
comes of this
appropriate, but it
and
would
it
be
just secretly
hilarious.
goes away and she keeps $150,000?
Brother. Not appropriate. Totally funny as fuck.
Absolutely not. I would
Bruh.
not be surprised. I do hope Ethan leaves her broke and in the streets
launch.
and having to sell OnlyFans for the rest of her life to pay
That
for the
would be
fees.
weird.
This is such a joke. I can't.
Difficult day. How about no? See that sounds too bad. I'm gonna put her into a
This man.
pickle.
It doesn't sound serious enough. Pickle sounds like something like a funny.
Kerfluffle?
Want to put her
bind?
into a bit of a bind.
There
We'll
you
work on
go.
it. I'm kidding.
Side
by the way.
with me.
Yeah, not very smart of Denims, in my opinion. Well, here's her yapping about it.
I mean, frivolous lawsuits can cost everyone, and that's not just in time. So, good luck to them both. I am fortunate that I never have to deal with that kind of bullshit.
EthanKleinLied.com now takes you to a GoFundMe for legal fees if Ethan
Can you
Klein
declare
refuses to
anything?
retract his defamatory statements that he made maliciously, knowingly, which is why the website is called EthanKleinLied.com. And if he's happy to retract his defamatory
TV
statements,
seeking
I will happily refund every single person who donates to the GoFundMe. If he's willing to admit that he made defamatory statements and issue a retraction, of course, again, I would be happy to refund every single person who's donated. Otherwise, I will be suing. And if you would like to help donate to this legal fund, considering that he doesn't have enough lawyers.
This is a very strange place to pause. Gotcha. I feel like you shouldn't be saying this part of your strategy on a stream. But you know what? Pop off, King. See, this is why I said Little Lion Man. This motherfucker's giving Little Lion Man. Hey there, homie. How the fuck are you? This motherfucker's giving Little Lion Man. One day, people will stop doing this man dirty for, like, ticking while he works.
What happened?
The
Ooh,
website is
Code's made a ramen hack? That's pretty nice.
Ethan Klein
I got a ramen hack too. Put some Cholula on that thing. There you
lied.
go. That's my ramen hack
Mods,
for
if you
you.
can pin that.
Yes, my queen, I'm coming.
So let's continue, shall we?
I've heard
Ew.
enough. This is such a waste of time for everyone. You're not gonna win. Okay, your little chat GPT lawyer letter ain't working, and you're gonna need a lot more money. And on top of that, it's just pointless. It's legitimately pointless. People were already forgetting that you're one of the reasons why the CPS call was made. People were moving on, and then you decide to make it popular again and remind everyone that it may potentially be your fault, which I will not be surprised if it is. This is so stupid. What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? Now, I find it really interesting how you can't see, like, now I gotta say this.
I'm gonna be honest. That game is honestly really fucking sick, and I like it too. This little homie live sends reaction to me being all like, good job. We like to see it. That's what's up, man. Keep it up. It's a fun game. Like, there's no gameplay to critique. You know, I'm not wrong. There's no like watching people not aim at head level and then have to like waste like a shot and a quarter bringing shit up to eye level with someone. It's like there's nothing to nag about. Also, this motherfucker's been getting so much better at that. They've been like legit getting better. I think like everyone in the comments is just there to like nag them about any little nitpick in their gaming. That, like it shapes up really nicely. I can't wait to read what the Doom people say here.
I am not a
gonna
lawyer.
creep
I'm
on the
not
Doom
smart enough.
people.
So, if I say anything dumb, well, now you know why. I like how you can't see the lawyer's name. And I would not be surprised if this was read via ChatGPT or it was some fake ass letter to scare Ethan. Subject: demand for public retraction of false publication. Isn't this the same person who was spreading lies with someone else about Ethan and his kids eating shit and his house being beyond disgusting?
That
But
did
she
happen
also has slandered
kinda
Ethan
recently.
before and pushed a false narrative, and on top of that, made up lies about him. So I don't know, if I was Ethan, I would be suing her back, and once again I would leave her on the streets. And yes, I would take her fucking plushies as well and then pee on them or something in front of her.
Ooh,
Okay, I gotta
that's
chill. I'll just read a little bit
inappropriate,
because it is like 4 or 5 long pages. Our
Y'all.
law firm is legal counsel to social
Mm-mm. Nah, y'all can't do that. That is inappropriate. Like, there will be no harming of the fucking plushies, you motherfucking goober. Sensitive has been like all right so far, and then this is the first time I'm like, what the fuck, brother?
social media
Like, that's a little
commentator and content
much,
creator
don't you
Denims.
think?
It has come to our
Wouldn't you
attention.
agree that
So,
that's
in
a bit
response to your
much?
Parent Child Protective Services (CPS) visiting your home, you published numerous false statements on your YouTube channels, stating either that Denims herself filed the preceding CPS report about you, or that Denims caused others to do so, among other things you stated.
I mean, contributed to is what I would take from her actions. I would say that she contributed to by uncritically watching Bad Empanada VODs that like mention Giardia from a very blasé fashion and inappropriately. Take a man talking about proper health monitoring and contort it perversely into some tale about a man not taking care of his children. A doctor who would have had to administer a test for Giardia would have had to report them if there were an issue. So, by the way,
As someone that's been covering the
so
situation,
you know
I
what?
would not be
Fuck it.
surprised if she
People
actually
are
did
weird.
call CPS. She has heavily alluded to that. Oh no, I don't want to get sued, Denims. Please don't sue me. You're gonna leave me homeless. Okay, please.
Denims, isn't that person who calls CPS on like Ethan Klein? You know, it's like how Mr. Piker will sometimes say, "Oh, you mean Mr. Oreo? Mr. Diorio? I don't know who that is. You mean that crypto fascist or something?" Yeah. Yeah, brother. Yeah.
Please don't do that. I'm shaking. I don't know if you could see me, but I'm scared.
Just
Now,
yeah,
in my
brother.
opinion, I definitely think it's the latter. The Denims caused others to do so. She was watching Bad Empanada, and he was talking about the state of Ethan's house despite no pics being shown, despite him only
Bless.
making this up or reading about it on some subreddit that hates Ethan. So next to no, we got no proof that Ethan's house literally looked like shit.
What a fucking sweetheart.
So we don't have that. It's just something that was made up. I definitely think it's the latter. I think she's one of the reasons why CPS got called. I'm gonna keep it real. I think she is one of the reasons.
The people who I care about know that Ethan Klein is a prolific liar. Insane people in Ethan Klein's audience. I don't think you should tap the glass. I don't think you should interact with them. But for those
He just says things like she should shut up and stop like inserting herself in something. And like Mr. Klein is just asking people to like stop accelerating an interpersonal drama into a narrative on a nearly century-long war of attrition and genocide, right? Like, so I don't get why it's like, you ever wonder if maybe we have too many allegory of Jesus things given like, you know, the Abrahamic texts and like Narnia, for instance, and maybe we have one too many Journey to the West, given like Monkey Magic, Dragon Ball, every other Journey to the fucking West, every other Journey to the West. You ever get that feeling sometimes? It's like maybe there's one too many Metroidvanias. I get that feeling sometimes.
Those who would like
But
to,
with this,
and those
you
who
know,
have seen comments
just
accusing me of
a little
CPS,
bit.
please feel free to screenshot those, whether it's on my Instagram. Wait, are you suing Ethan? Legally, I have to.
Wait, did I do
It
this?
is the correct thing to do to issue a retraction demand, which is what this is: a demand for public retraction of false publication, which is the first step. This is the exact
Oh, blah, blah, blah. Journey to the West is way, bruh,
same
later.
thing that he's done to Noah.
Bro,
He demanded
later.
a retraction, which in LA, if you are a news outlet, you publish daily, or can be argued that you are supposed to go through these steps. This is the correct way to do it. You demand a retraction, and then if they don't
I demand your mother.
retract, you can sue.
I truly do think this is just smoke and mirrors. I don't think this is going to actually become a lawsuit. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it real here. No more funny ha-has. This is a serious sense moment, all right? Ethan should sue the fuck out of her. And if she wants to get pity, and I'm gonna sue you. No, I'm gonna sue you. If I was Ethan and I was in that position, I would just be like, okay, I see what they're trying to do. I'm gonna destroy you like the Sigma that I am. Yes, that's what I would say.
Schmegma.
And I would just pull up to court in my Porsche. Just make sure you never stream again, or you're beyond fucked financially. It's no longer YouTube drama, haha, slop, whatever you guys want to call it. Once again, the CPS call was made, and this is beyond Ethan. This is also his wife, Hila, and his 2 kids, right? Who are now involved in this, all thanks to people like her and Bad Empanada and others alike. So you cannot be serious here, like, oh, I'm innocent. I don't know why I'm getting hate, but I'm gonna sue you, but I don't understand why I'm getting hate. When you literally are
monkeyking.jpg. It's just that like people have fallen in love with the narrative, and I don't necessarily think people have for fucking sure fallen in love with it. But like creep it for a minute, right? A lot of folks seem to have fallen desperately in love with the story of the the poor boy can grow up and become God. You know? That's like the thing that like strikes me sometimes. It's like, really? Can he?
one of the main reasons why all of this happened in the first place. What are you on about? Whatever
Okay,
you're
maybe that one, but not
smoking to be this delusional, I want you to pass me that shit because I want to be as
Not
delusional
everybody.
as you are.
I don't think what you're doing is bad, but I hope you're prepared for how petty and vindictive he is, considering that he's already gotten me banned for 30 days and that he's already made 2 main channel videos about me, blaming me for the CPS call. I'm aware of how petty and vindictive he is. And I don't think it's fair that everyone has to live in fear of Ethan Klein.
Dog Ethan's punk ass.
Yeah, so for anyone who
But
would
it
like
would
to
be
donate
funny.
to the legal fund, which I've
Just a
already
little bit.
stated, if he's down to retract,
Ridiculous. And I truly do hope this backfires and you're financially ruined because you and Frogan love to talk shit, right? You love to get into drama. And then the second it's your turn, because you're a fucking idiot, then that's no longer fun, right? That's too far. Now I'm a victim. I'm Team Ethan on this one, all right?
Like, if nothing else, maybe jokingly, maybe they can write it off on their taxes for single-handedly providing more material support to, like, Ethan and Hila than, like, yeah, that was a lot of they did a lot for them.
Right? If Ethan makes a go
I never listened to H3 before. I didn't know about them until I was, like, fiddling with some shit because people said some stuff, and I was like, "The fuck?"
on me, even though I
So that's
doubt it because
bananas,
he's super
bro.
rich. I'll
That's
donate.
wild.
I'll donate like $5, but he will have my support. I want to make that clear. But anyways, with that said, what do you think of the situation? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go grab your mom's phone, look me up on YouTube, and if they haven't subscribed, force them to subscribe. With that said, I am out. Bye.
Game launched just in time. I'm still gonna like probably kick on like a small thing in the interim. I put frame generation back on it. We're gonna do some like tiny tuning, just a little. This seems like comfy. Um, Victims of Mr. Somali want maximum punishments. There are maximums, there are no minimums in the sentencing guidelines that I am aware of in South Korea at this point. And it did turn out to be the Western District where Mr. Somali is going to be held to atone. He has a tax lawyer representing him as his paid lawyer, and he has a public defender also issued. The tax lawyer had to get registered in the Western District after leaving the Eastern District, or not leaving, but like they were in the they were in the Eastern District, now they're in the Western District, and like stuff has to happen now. They have stuff to do. It's 10 minutes of Voidzilla. It's not like that bad. Wait, it was 5, and it's Diesel. Does this get
It cares
strange?
for is pregnant, making Dina
Okay, cool. I'm here for this. This is Diesel. I'm here for it. I'm easily pleased, and I still have to finish eating.
Somehow, HBO
Being a
has
terrible
made a
streamer.
TV show that's even worse than an already mediocre product. I am of course referring to The Last of Us 2. Ever since my viewing of the second season of House of the Dragon, I started to see a pattern. Personally, I enjoyed the first seasons of both of these shows, despite their flaws and not being as well written as the original source material. But you know what? At the time, I was glad these shows existed. However, we then got season 2 for House of the Dragon, and for some reason, the quality of the writing took the biggest fucking nosedive I've ever seen. To be fair to HBO's The Last of Us, they had the misfortune of adapting an already shitty product, but somehow found a way to make it worse. Back in the day, if you criticized The Last of Us 2, you were brushed off as just being stupid. You didn't understand true complex issues. The Last of Us 2 was clearly ahead of its time. So, of course, HBO retells the story after time passes, and people still fucking hate it. Even though I enjoyed season 1, I knew season 2 was doomed from the start. It is nearly impossible to fix the foundation of Last of Us 2's story. Anyways, the main point of making this video is to compare a scene from the game versus the TV show, so we can truly understand how the show assassinated Ellie's character, even more so than Last of Us 2 did. So Ellie and her lesbian sidekick Dina are on a quest to avenge Joel, Ellie's father figure, who was killed by this woman named Abby. The game makes it clear that Ellie getting revenge is all she can think about. It's a common trope of revenge consumes you, but admittedly, The Last of Us 2 does a decent job with the character arc, until the ending. During their travels, Ellie discovers that Dina, someone she really cares for, is
There, I've
pregnant,
noted it
making
now.
Dina a
Got it.
detriment to the mission. In the game, Ellie displays that she is rightfully pissed off that someone she cares for
Easy
would put
fix.
herself in this position despite knowing she could jeopardize everything and be a burden. Dina saying she has to rest due to her pregnancy is what sets off Ellie because it proves her point that Dina tagging along was very irresponsible.
What are we supposed to do now?
I just need to rest for a second.
Are you fucking kidding? How long have you known? We could have still turned back.
I didn't know. I wasn't sure, okay? I didn't want to be a burden.
Well, you're a burden now, aren't you?
Now, why don't we go ahead and take a
Yikes.
look at HBO's version. We get the same setup
to
for
be a
HBO's
yikes.
Ellie, but instead of being the abrasive and revenge-crazy Ellie that she is in the game, HBO Ellie acts giddy and treats the situation like it's quirky or something. Even after HBO's Dina reveals she's pregnant, instead of Ellie snapping at Dina after hearing this news, we instead get...
I'm pregnant.
What the hell is that?
Can't forget about Ellie shoving
Lol.
her dirty zombie fingers up Dina's pregnant cooter. Why yes, that is completely unnecessary to show, but we're at CW levels of writing, so who cares?
Oh,
Brother.
come on, Diesel. Have you never been in a very emotionally charged conversation with someone and didn't just want to pounce on them? Also, in my headcanon, Ellie has a pregnancy fetish.
First off, ew. Second, I've seen this talking point before, and I'm sorry, but a character revealing a huge secret does not automatically induce chemistry or build a romantic relationship between two characters. I have zero attachments for these two as a couple. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of these two as a couple in the game, at least Last of Us 2 Ellie doesn't drop her panties to a pregnancy reveal just for building chemistry. Oh yeah, both of these scenes include a joke to lighten the mood, I guess. The jokes are pretty similar to one another. However, while one joke is semi-funny and harmless, the other is brain-numbing, cringe-inducing shit. And surprise, the shit joke is in HBO's version of The Last of Us. Why don't we go ahead and have a watch?
So we're all having a baby.
Get a prize for watching it? If I don't puke?
The only thing I find funny in like
Oh, that
a
part's
this is
mid.
really
That's
stupid
not
kind of
as
funny is that
terrifying
the
as
actual
I was
father
horrified
is
about.
still alive. This isn't cute or charming.
Right.
These two just come across as immature assholes.
Well, they're teenagers, so of course they're gonna act
No, now it's
immature.
terrifying
There's a
again.
difference between two teenage girls in a post-apocalyptic setting, acting
Yep, terrified
clumsy
again,
due
bro.
to a lack of experience,
Good
and
job,
then there's
man.
acting carefree and constantly making jokes during serious situations, to the point where it's not funny or charming, it's just really annoying.
I think I'm pregnant.
Don't worry, it's not yours.
The joke in the game isn't like super funny or anything,
Fucking
but
people,
it
dude.
works because for one, it's Dina who makes a joke, not Ellie. Ellie continues to be more stoic because her father figure died. You wouldn't get that impression from the show because HBO Ellie in season 2 is just as giddy and carefree as she was in season 1. Dina wants to lighten up the situation so the news of her being pregnant doesn't seem as bad to Ellie. Secondly, the joke itself feels more natural, like it makes sense why she'd make that offhand comment to try to lighten the mood. But instead, we get,
I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm almost convinced this adaptation of The Last of Us was made so Neil Druckmann can get players of the game to appreciate the original source material more, and unfortunately it's almost working, and my standards for quality writing
Honestly, that would be the best ploy to get someone to go after any materia. Like with me with fucking DC, dude. Bruh.
have certainly taken a dip. Should have seen this
Bruh.
coming after House of the Dragon 2, The
Oof, what
Electric
was I finishing?
Boogaloo, in
Oh
which
my
something
gosh.
totally out of pocket leads to a steamy lesbian scene.
It was my father, who was still a child, had his pleasure with me.
Oh, your father treated you like a brothel whore when you were a child? Thank God season 2 of Andor is out during the same time as The Last of Us, so I can at least balance the cringe with an actual quality show.
I could run away from existence some days.
Oh boy! Alex Mashinsky, CEO of Celsius, getting 12 years. Count them, 12 years. Federal
Hold
prison
up, still
for
stop.
fraud.
Still just like gobsmacked?
Pled guilty. We've been covering this for 3 years now after the bank that's not
Okay,
a
I'm good
bank
now.
that was telling everyone to unbank themselves, that the banks are scamming you. You got to trust these guys. Put your crypto with them. HODL. They stole your money.
There we go.
They had
Fixed.
taken on a bunch of risky loans, not told the customers. The CEO was selling the Cell token off the side. It's a long story. We have probably hours of content on it. Finally, all of our hard work, all of the community's hard work coming to fruition here. I mean, the guy's going down, forfeiting $48 million. Absolutely great news in a time where, yes, it can feel the crime. Oh, I'm not going to tease too much of that. That's the new merch.
Were
guys.
you about to
The
tease
new-
your nips? Oh,
I'm just gonna tell you, it feels
okay.
good. It feels comfy. We're not finished
That's
designing
less
yet.
strange.
But back to what I was saying. In a time
Never
where
mind.
things can feel, yes, very much like, okay, we're just letting everyone get away with everything. At least we have some old cases that we're settling. Like this happened 3 years ago, and there's a little bit of justice here. I gotta say. Now, I gotta remind you guys. Sometimes the problem with the justice system is, the good thing is you get due process, whatever. The problem is it's so long from the crime to the punishment that nobody really cares by the time the punishment, and you have to remind people what these people did. So consider this kind of a crime rewind. I want to start doing this when these guys go down. We need to all gather around the fire, the void, and we need to all remind each other, what did this guy do again? And oh yeah, he's a real dirtbag. Because I think you get lost. I mean, the pieces of the story,
Get lost
even while
in the what
prepping for
now?
the story,
The
I had to go
sauce, did one
rewatch my own
say?
videos. I was like, what? Like, I shocked myself. I was like,
I guess
whoa,
not the sauce.
that's pretty bad. So to start, Alex Mashinsky was kind of a guy
Same.
who was a tech entrepreneur, and his big thing was he positioned himself as against the banks. Like those evil banks who are stealing all your money. You're giving them your hard-earned money, they're loaning it out, they're making all this money. Why don't you make that money? I'm going to start a crypto bank that's not a bank, and I'm going to give you all the yield that your bank's been hiding from you the whole time. That was the pitch, basically.
Banks are not your friends. But Alex is your friend? Yes.
And then
Can I be Alex's friend? Do I want to be Alex's friend? Is it wise?
I really encourage people, don't ever take your money out. Like, put your money in, we'll make you more money, but don't ever take it out. In fact, they had a thing called HODL mode where, like, hold on for dear life, that's like the crypto saying, but it would actually lock you from your assets in order to, I think the idea was to prevent you from trading too much. But just basically it just made it harder to get your money out. That was the feature of the website. Now, the whole time while you're hodling, Celsius is just paying you money to stick your funds there. So the question is, well, how are they making the money to pay you money?
Up until we remember that it's Celsius, it sounds like kind of clever, you know? Like, up until then that
Well,
happens,
it turns
then
out
it's like, oh,
they were reloaning out your assets.
those
You
people.
put your money on there, and like a bank, they
Well, that's
were
weird.
reloaning out your assets. But because
sucks.
they wanted to attract a ton of customers, they're one of these tech companies that was trying to blitzscale, you know. Red flag, by the way, if anyone ever tells you blitzscale,
Blitzscale.
run. But anyways, they were trying to do that, and so they made really high returns for people that were
Blitzscale.
unsustainable. And so in order to try to not lose so
Y'all, if I say blitzscale, are you gonna run away? What if I just say it like to be silly, and I'm just like blitzscale Sunday at the Thunder something Sunday at the clusterfuck
much money, they were just
blitz sale. I hope there's not a venue called the oh my gosh,
bleeding
the
money,
clusterfuck.
paying out these yields, telling everyone,
Because I
don't
want that.
withdraw your funds, please,
That's
we can't afford
mine.
that. They also started to try to make more money by making riskier and riskier loans. And when some of those loans ended up failing or, you know, going the wrong way, Celsius didn't disclose that to users and instead lied to customers and told them, no, everything's fine.
Bonkers.
While in fact, everything was not fine. They were deeply underwater. And by the time everyone found out, the company was in billions of dollars of debt. And by the way, at the time, people were starting to guess that maybe these risky loans that they were giving out weren't gonna do so well. Peter Schiff actually had this like viral interview with Mashinsky where he's like, where's the yield coming from on this thing? You're saying you're paying out, all to attract customers, right? But where's the money coming from?
How do you earn yield on Bitcoin? What do you do to generate income on that Bitcoin?
I'm happy to spend an hour with you.
Yeah, you're trading it. You got to be taking tremendous
You're
amount of
trading
risk.
it.
The Bitcoin
taking
itself
risk.
doesn't generate any yield.
It does.
Generate these nuts.
Just like
How?
any other asset can generate yield. Gold.
No,
we
but
got gold.
what earnings
Peter,
does the
gold-
Bitcoin generate?
Gold
These
generates
nuts.
5.5% at Celsius yield.
No.
Tokenized
What are you
gold
doing to
generates
generate that?
5.5%.
You must be taking tremendous risk to
You're not
generate
taking
those
tremendous
returns.
risk.
Of course
You're
you
not
are.
taking tremendous- Okay.
You're not.
Right.
Of course you must be.
Look,
Yeah, not such a good look. Now, of course, that wasn't all. They didn't just have risky loans. They also had their own token. They had this thing called the Cell Flywheel. Their token, ironically, for a company that told you to hodl, was called Cell. If anyone didn't know what the CEO was
It's called
doing,
Cell?
because the
Lol.
coin was called Cell.
That
But
is
anyways,
cute.
they were secretly juicing
I
that
re-
up with
I
the company's
admire
money
that
and selling on the side.
silly naming
it was
choice.
big disaster. In fact, at the same time, Mashinsky was telling everyone that their funds were safe, not to withdraw.
quite lame.
Him and his buddies were cashing
therefore
out
it's funny.
tens of millions of dollars from the company that was rapidly approaching bankruptcy. Ultimately, obviously, a lot of lies were made, and now they're going down for fraud after they froze everyone's assets
Okay.
in 2022, and it all unraveled
Ready,
from there.
steady.
But I think the worst thing,
Ready, steady.
maybe the worst thing I've ever seen in crypto, and that's saying a lot,
There's been a
was
lot of
when
weird
the CEO, Alex
lender
Mashinsky,
pipeline.
his
Hello,
wife,
everyone.
sold these shirts. Because obviously, I'm showing you a little bit, I'm teasing the new merch today. Here's the new merch Alex Mashinsky's wife was selling, okay? Look, CoffeeZilla goes through hard times. We sell you cool shirts. Mashinsky goes through hard times. This is what you get. A shirt that literally says unbankrupt yourself. Because their motto was unbank yourself, right? And they, all these people.
It is funny.
It's terrible. Millions of people had unbanked themselves.
1 second.
Gone with Mashinsky.
The bird
And
friends are
then-
attacking the whole.
After they get bankrupted, the bank that's not a bank goes bankrupt, they sell a shirt that says unbankrupt. I mean, Oh, it was so bad. I was talking to so many people at the time, and like this was the thing that they were like, oh, these people need to pay. I mean, there was so much like hatred about that, obviously. Because what kind of psychopathic thing do you do where you convince everyone, hey, come, I'm playing my flute, like come into my la la land of crypto yields that it's going to make you so much money. You scam them, you bankrupt yourself, and then they can't get their money out, and then you sell this shirt. I mean, just incredibly, but I've never seen anything like that before or since. It's like unbelievable. It's like if Bernie Madoff sold shirts after the collapse that was like, you know, hey, like, you figure out what a Ponzi scheme is, dummy? Like it's crazy. It's on that level of completely psychopathic. So I think this really is a shining moment for the people who trusted Mashinsky, who put their trust in him. We have interviews. I'll play a few at the very end here, but it's just absolutely incredible. Here's the press release. And here you can see what I just told you. Celsius's financial stability, they lied about it, and they rigged the price of Celsius's crypto token, obviously so the founders could, part of the reason was so the founders could cash out a bunch of money. In addition to the prison term of 12 years, Mashinsky was ordered to pay $48 million. Now look, I know people are gonna quibble with this. SBF got 25 years. Is 12 years enough? Is it too much? I think that's a lot of time. I mean, I do, and I dislike the guy immensely. I think he's old, and I think that's, anyway, I think it's tough, but fair. When you defraud this many people, you should expect to go to jail for like a decade plus. I mean, the guy literally lost people billions of dollars. You can't do that and just get away with it, and it's good to see that the regulators who brought this case in 2022 were allowed to carry it out amongst a very tough time in CoffeeZilla history. Let's be honest. It's been a tough one. Tough year for CoffeeZilla. We're living in a catch and release time. You catch the Hawk Tuah rug pull, you think, oh, this is gonna cause, nope, we're not investigating. Why would we? When people lost money, right? So it's open season for all this stuff, hence the merch, but we still gotta celebrate when we do have wins. Probably gotta celebrate harder, honestly. So in the spirit of that, I wanna leave you with some of the victims who I asked, what do you think should happen to Alex Mashinsky? And here was their response. These are real people who lost real money with Celsius.
What he was running as a Ponzi, I do believe he should face jail time, and the people that were also involved with it that were enabling that behavior.
There needs to be an example set, or we're going to see more of these grifters in this space, like Sam Bankman-Fried and others who just take advantage of people who believe in the technology, who believe in innovation, and you're not supposed to steal people's money. And just plain and simple, you know, it's called theft. It's a Ponzi scheme. Just being
because I forgot to eat food earlier.
stripped of all of your wealth like that.
And we're gonna clown on me because I should have done better.
You ruined people's lives,
but there was stuff
Alex.
to do.
You ruined their lives, man.
There's shit to
I've
do.
seen so many people who are retired. I've seen people who are disabled. I saw people who are basically in like different types of countries that their average salary might be $100 a month, and they lost $1,000, and they don't even know how to feed their families. I've seen people who are literally on the verge of being homeless, if not homeless already. And you see this CEO who is gloating about this and taking money out. I think without a doubt, if like the justice system prevails, Alex should be in jail.
Hold on. Oh, gross. Vess, that's terrifying. Wait. I need you to show me this. Unless it's like hard to find. In which case, never mind. The top fell off of it. Oh, the side fell off. See, it's chocolate on top of chocolate. It's pretty cool. It is like literally cool. Here's the downside. I'm already a bit cold if you couldn't tell. So this is like... I remembered food matters. I try to not forget all day. I try to eat in the day. I just had shit to do. had victory to attain. I had winning to do. Thank you very much. It'll flicker, so I'm not putting it up on screen. But we have proper frame generation running, pulling the frame rate up to well above the 120s. I'll go to it in a minute then. I'm gonna find where I am in game. I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna find out. And I might click on it when I eat food again and have more snack in face. Cool beans, thank you, you rock. Ooh, shit. Okay, cool. I even put the timestamp in for gaming. And so I don't knock over the juice on my desk and cause a catastrophe, I'm just gonna wirelessly my controller. I'm gonna spare us. Okay. So, we have that nice, brought up, frame generated ass fucking, FPS. And now, here's the thing about frame gen, right? This is it on, oh, I did beat this person while setting up a similar on the Steam Deck. See, here's the thing. Frame gen is great when you're at frame rates above 60, right? Like, turning is a little much. And I might have motion blur on, which wouldn't help. But, like, there's a lot that, I don't know. When you're at an appropriate-ish frame rate, there's, like, a lot that you can, like, you know, visually not notice that easily, and it's just like it's still there, but it harkens back to our distinction between a modulated and stable field. Light nonsense, light jamboree. So it's not perfect, but frame generation, bringing up things that are like 100 frames a second, or like, you know, going from 60 to the hundreds is working out. I'm kind of excited to see where we go from hundreds, like the singular 100s, to like the 500-ish realm. That would pretty much be the coolest. I got turned around. I thought... Am I inside of it now or am I outside of it now? Hold on. I think I'm outside of it right now and I want to go inside. Wait, do I have a map? I do. In the middle of the ancient sea? I don't think I'm in it. Yeah, because the flag would have lured me this way, I think. I don't know right now. It's not that hard to go and check. So why do we care about a bit of frame generation in a game like this? Well, if we're upscaling it from a slower resolution, about 50% what it is, and if we're filling in real frames, sorry for the crackles, with hallucinated by a computer frames, then every one real frame is equivalent to one hallucinated computer frame. So, oh, I was in the right place. Okay. I am so easily turned around. This is where we were when my game had, like, pooped out of existence last time. I think we're leveled up appropriately. I don't know. I've not put anything into health. If you want to clown on me for my nonsense and you want to have fun at my expense, we're level 10 across the board, and we have been cramming it into 15 luck and 15 agility across everyone. And we're putting a lot of our hopes on, can we get luck, agility, scaling weapons. And that's because a lot of shit procs with crit, and that luck is helping. And more speed is more attacks. So I like that. I have unlost myself. Okay, we came in, did that thingy. I need to zip doodah around this and past the boy this time. Not run up to them and then run away. This is just them being cool. I turned the dryer on briefly because I still have like that little issue where birds try to nest. Like they try to tear off a part of my home to like nest in it. And love them as I do, I would rather them not like bastard. I'd rather them not like cause a catastrophe in my home. God damn it. You know, it's okay. There might be something little itty bitty to tidy up. Like, I know there are arguments for thingy words. Fuck it, just chill with me. Come with me. I can smell my fucking crisps. Come with me and wear a smile. We'll turn off HUD fix and see if it dies again. That's the big thing. Like, HUD fix can cause it to ball up and shit itself. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, because I am upscaling it. Oh, yikes. Okay, we're going to remove upscaling right now, and that should be, like, super quick and take the least amount of effort, time, and give a shit. Disable it with a DLL. Do that quick little remove. Okay, wait, yes. Thank you. Okay, cool. No more frame generation. Just upscaling a little bit. We'll see how it holds up. Probably just as well, if not better. I mean, honestly, we'll be fine. There's less to do if we're not tuning Optifine. Well, you know what? Bananas. Absolutely bananas. That's fucking wild, brother. You ever just like wake up sometime and you're like, the computer, it'll love me today. And what the computer does is like, wakes up, right? And it's like, you indignant shit bomb, I'm about to raffle stomp that ass, and all you get to do is just sit there, a dejected ball of confuzzled and what the fuck. And you're just like, my dude, why are you like this? Why are you even like this? And the computer, it doesn't care. It's a motherfucker. It's a hard ass. Do you think it gives a fuck? Nah, it's a pooter. Alright, one sec. Hold on. We're gonna do a thing. There's not much that could be fucked up. So that'll be like, not too hard. See, I want this because I'm also on this you done fucked tip. But this is 2 months old. What the fuck? How's that 2 months old? We never watched it. I think we might have, but... Oh no, I noped out of it because we were abreast of what the fuck happened. And it is like such a downhill that we just ran away. Like... You know, that is a good idea. Cop cams. Do we have our own? Oh, he's tripping. He is like always surprise Pikachu'd. There you go. Alright, now I can go back to like the little thing I wanted to do of like remedying the busted bucket ass thing I briefly fucked up.
We got some bacon spam that we fried up. We're gonna stick that back in the fridge. You know, the bacon I used for our sandwich today is, of course...
Hold on, I need to look at that slowly. I have to look at his fridge. I'm trying to do two things at a time, and it's like, holy shit, brother. Alright, no, why do you... Okay, am I weird for this? I do not refrigerate hot sauce or ketchup. or salsa. I eat them fairly quickly. The ketchup, it's in a dark and cold place. It holds up till it shouldn't anymore. Like, sometimes it'll still be golden, and then I just happen to hit expiry one day. You know, up until, like, a day, it's like, boom, you hit expiry, but, like, it's not like no, bro. And I'm not recommending it. I'm not saying to do it, but here's my reasoning. The beautiful bouquet of of a tomato best blooms and is steeped at room temperature. Not too hot, not too cold, right? You like your tomatoes to be good, room temperature. Trust me. Now, today, what I did for my snack, oh, I did eat earlier. I had tomatoes and balsamic. I needed to eat something that was like a crisp and an ice cream thing. That's what we did. Anywho's, okay, so tomatoes, right? They bloom better at about room temp. Too warm, they get a little bit, or too cold, they're muted. Too warm, they're a little bit obtuse. It's not really a fun way to go. But let them be about room temp. And that's like today I did have tomatoes and I let them sit out for a bit and then I just cut them in half. And y'all can guess.
You know, the bacon I used for our sandwich today is, of course,
There were chili flakes galore.
this stuff. Cherry wood thick cut. We have an assortment of ingredients. Now, how did I cook the bacon? I tore 2 pieces into 4 smaller pieces. Cooked it up in that greasy pan with a little bit of country crock original. After I got done cooking the bacon, I fried up 4 pieces of Spam. And the magical combination of seasoning, as always,
Garlic and onion.
onion
He gets it.
powder, garlic, salt, cilantro, and a little bit of black pepper. Some olive oil infused mayonnaise. Some Jif creamy peanut butter. Some cheddar jalapeno chips. Some gummy snakes. And of course our sweetheart bread. And here's our prosciutto. We're gonna put 2 packs of that on there. So now we need 2 pieces of bread. Let's start off with that. Stick it in the top.
Also, if we're on Cobra,
Just like that.
Okay, items just got
I'm gonna flip it and grill all that horseradish and everything in there. Just chilling, doing my thing, make some grub.
this piece?
All the grease that I make from this is gonna go into the bacon for the burger patty.
He looks salty. That's about it. The loathsome dung eater. 'Cause salt? You said he was salty before, and I was like memed along with it.
The pan, do our thing, put it on top of the burger, and layer it with cheese, bacon, and cheese.
What are you
and
like
microwave it so the cheese,
identifying that I'm missing?
you know, tear it in half, make it fit the pan, do our thing. Put it on
Like if he has the beer sweats, like okay, imagine him without the beer sweats. Oh. Well, I mean, and there looks to be like a lot of water pinned in his dermis. So, I don't know. That's why I thought you were saying salty still, or had said salty before.
top of the burger, and layer it with cheese, bacon, and cheese, and microwave it so the cheese gets
What I think he looks like is Ozzy's biggest fan.
nice and melted.
I know that I'm right.
Go to flip. A little shaky at first, but we got it flipped. Maybe I'm a crazy bastard.
Maybe.
Let's throw in some French
He might
red
be,
hot
but
buffalo
it's adorable,
sauce. My
so who
favorite hot
cares?
sauce, not a sponsor. Throw a little bit on top for some heat. Excuse stupid. Toaster. Why am I putting gummy snakes and Cheetos on a prosciutto sandwich? Because it'll piss off the internet, and I'm good at doing that. Put that in the toaster. Get our peanut butter ready. The mayo and the peanut butter. Oh, I accidentally squeezed it all over the plate. Oh, that's fucking brilliant. Son of a bitch! Guess we'll just have to grab and use a different plate to
Okay,
assemble
so-
it.
I mostly look at his hair when I'm judging this. It looks like he has the beer sweats, or some sort of the liquor sweats.
Should have been careful. I didn't realize the lid was on there. Wasn't on there all the way. I need
It's
a
convenient
fucking
that he has
napkin.
hair on his arms.
That's some good looking fried
Makes it easy
spam.
to
Sorry
tell.
for losing it like that. Let's try this again. Perfectly toasted bread. It's not like super burnt, just a light toast action. First we're gonna add some peanut butter.
Would you rather him form the patties with his hand in the pan? Or just roll up on camera one day, just sniffing panties?
Mayonnaise.
Which one would you prefer? Because I think I'm good with what we have going on right now, honestly, but I'm here to listen. I'm here to understand, you know, bro? I don't like this sound. You. I don't like this. I don't like this anymore. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Some olive oil infused mayonnaise.
I'm not a fan of that
Onion
sound.
powder.
It's very rude.
Garlic
It's very
salt.
harsh. The camera shake is still off. That's all I need to check.
Cilantro.
There it go. Continue.
Some
We're gonna see if it fucking crashes again. I just reinstalled every, like, library this game thinks it has access to. And, yeah. And just, like, removes the opti-scaling. Am I going the wrong way? I'm going the wrong way again. It loaded me further back. Oh well. When I play Mario Kart, I play as Dry Bones a lot. One might even call me a Dry Bones stan.
black pepper.
Why is it hanging?
And kind of just mix all
Okay,
that
I will just
seasoning
rage restart
around
this. Hold on.
into our virgin olive oil infused
Easy.
mayo. Kind of mix. Ignore the fly. It snuck in from outside. Piece of shit. Got 2 packs of fresh prosciutto.
Fly is only there because they're cute, brother. What is your reason? Why are you like this? Why are you like this, brother?
And tear into like chunks. And just stack it on there nice and fresh. Now we're gonna add our bacon. 1 slice there. 1
I still
slice
have to,
there.
like, tidy up some nonsense here, I
And our
guess.
fried spam.
Hold on, give me a second.
Okay,
I just want
squish that
better
in a little
logging.
bit.
I accidentally fucked myself out of
Twin
that.
snakes, gummy
Hold up.
snakes, candies. Tore the resealable seal off, so that's
There it is.
fantastic. We'll put a couple of gummy snakes on here.
His
Look at all these
microphone
pretty
is
colors.
murdering me. I'm not mad at it. I'm just kinda whiny that his microphone is such a
So we're
murder.
gonna hit that with
He's a
some
murderer
mozzarella.
to our earballs some days. But it's okay. I think. I don't know, man.
Some red onion.
It upsets the internet, so why not?
Some
It's
cheddar
clearly the
jalapeno
reason I would
crunchy
use.
Cheetos.
Wouldn't you?
So I was drunk when I came up with this idea for the sandwich, and I thought, you know what, we should make it just to see how it tastes. Well, he definitely made a sandwich. Sure was a pretty looking sandwich.
Wait, is the game really running, or do I have to just...
And there we have it, folks. Because that's looking interesting.
No, it's not.
So stop playing with your food, Cobra. I don't think it's called a food
Why would
hack.
you
No
stop
one's forcing
playing?
you to want.
No, shut up. Why would you stop playing with your food? You fucking goober. Like, first and foremost, okay? Hear me out. Playing with your food is totally based and awesome. Okay, cool. Secondly, I mean, awkwardly, I think it pays for itself at this point for him. I have no idea. Y'all, I still wonder if, like, weird people have found him.
Again, sorry for
I don't
losing
know
my
some
temper
days,
like
brother.
that. I try to execute things perfectly, and it is what it is.
It is what it is.
What up, YouTube? It's your boy King Cobra back at it with another
Lol.
video. Check out the
He sounds so
prosciutto
happy.
sandwich I made with the fried spam and
The fried
onions
spam and the onions
gummy snakes.
and the gummies.
This was a crazy
You know
little
he just
sandwich
wants to
that
say
I
weed
made,
gummies.
And I took a couple bites out of it while I was chatting with the fangirl. I gotta say it's not
Ooh-wee.
half bad. Like, the bread might have cracked because I wasn't
What a
hungry last
Cobra
night when I made it,
Sonova.
but I figured when I got hungry
Not like the
later
weird
on
kind.
today, I would just
Mm.
eat it. Got the deep fried spam, the bacon, the prosciutto, some gummy worms, or gummy snakes. They're basically the same thing, it's just a different shape. So you know, I say, let's pour ourselves a little bit of Jack Daniels. And some of that Mountain Dew Code Red Cherry action into our cup.
Okay, so here's the weird news. This game
I
is
took
like
a couple bites out of it while I was
stuck.
chit-chatting with the fans. And it literally started to fall apart. And I was like, well, that's typical. And I should save the rest of this for a food review. I should have waited until I did the review.
Okay, I think
Try my first bite of
the
it,
game
but
was
I was
stuck as
hungry,
fuck
and I
though.
got this giant
But I think I just bullied Steam.
Scooby-Doo sandwich, inspired sandwich. Okay, let's get my bite of it.
Vess, I'm familiar with an oversimplification of a paradigm. Yes, I am, bruh.
The gummy worms definitely throws it off a little bit. Like, in a way,
You
it
don't say.
works, but texture-wise, it's different. Like, right now, this sandwich is legitimately falling apart. I should have eaten this sandwich when it was
My computer might crash.
fresh. But I wasn't hungry, so I let it cool off. I'm like, I'll eat it tomorrow, whatever, fuck it. Okay, YouTube, so is this sandwich combination a little bit weird? Yes. It's extremely weird. It's bloody beyond weird. Do I care?
Do you care?
No, I don't.
You
Again, like
notice that
watching
this is
Cobra's
like
videos
chilling
will
over
let me
here.
watch. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Is he
To watch the
grieving or
video
is there a
someone
new
you don't
friend in
like
here?
And then complain because his video sucks. I'm like, well, that makes my YouTube trolls fucking idiots, but I digress. Got some strange
It's a
colors
funny
on
way to
here
phrase
from,
it.
like, the gummy worms being on there and shit.
Y'all? My computer might crash.
I mean, yeah, it's like stacked with like a bazillion calories. And, you know, it kind of fell apart when I was eating it, but... fried spam and mozzarella.
OBS might have crashed already. All I can interact with... Oh my shit. What can I interact with? Just the video.
Yeah, throwing the gummy snakes
And the
on
MIDI
the
controller.
sandwich